As president of College World Series of Omaha Inc., I'm excited to be here leading off the start of the 74th College World Series here in Omaha, Nebraska. Today is really the culmination of the Road to Omaha journey. Omaha has become synonymous with the Men's College World Series, much like Louisville is synonymous with the Kentucky Derby, and Augusta, Georgia is synonymous with the Masters, and Indianapolis synonymous with the Indianapolis 500. We really are proud and privileged to be able to be integral partners with the NCAA in both the past and the successive wonderful championships that this event ends up with. And so we're really looking forward to it. And as one head baseball coach said, there are no bad days in Omaha. So up here with me today, Anthony Holman, Vice President of Championships at the NCAA, Mayor of the City of Omaha, the Honorable Gene Stothert, Marcus Blossom, the McCormick Endowed Athletic Director at Creighton University, the host institution, and Roger Dixon, the CEO of Metropolitan Entertainment and Convention Authority, and all of them will make a couple comments here in a few minutes. Just a few other things. We really, as I said, are at the mecca of college baseball, and these players all started on a much smaller stage, typically locally community fields across the nation. And that's why every year CWS and the NCAA provide grant money to baseball and softball programs throughout the city. The Restore the Diamond program is what we call it, is a grant program that's been supporting the community organizations' baseball and softball programs since 1972. And this year was no different. This year we supported 8 different fields and facilities across the metro and surrounding areas, and over the course of time from 1972 we've contributed about $5.3 million to these organizations to give something back to baseball and softball in the community. And that's not to mention some of the larger contributions we've been involved with the UNO baseball field and soon to be Creighton baseball field, both of which are serving as practice fields for this wonderful event. Finally, I do want to say, and I hate to use the word announce, but I'll use it and know I'll get in trouble for doing that, but we're going to be celebrating the Men's College World Series 75th anniversary here in Omaha, but not this year. We missed a year, so this is the 74th, as I told Tom Chattel a while back, but he was a hard guy to get rid of. I mean, I've kept telling him this was the deal. He said, no, they want to do a story anyway. So, but as part of this process, the planning is going to almost be a year-long process, and you all will be getting more information about this and what will be taking place in the coming weeks following this year's College World Series. So our partners will share a little bit more about what else is happening this year. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Anthony Holman, Vice President of Championships at the NCAA. Anthony?
Okay, I've got a few notes here, and I've got to change my glasses because I'm getting older. And I couldn't hit the slider before. They didn't know that I needed glasses. I'd tell my parents I'd be in the big leagues if only they'd known and got me glasses earlier. Jack was so kind to talk about, the 75th anniversary that's coming up, but and what the College World Series is synonymous with. I get so many calls, emails, text messages from folks that this is a bucket list type of event for them, just like Jack was saying for the Derby and the Masters and other events like that. And part of the reason why that is it's not just the location, it's the people, it's the community that's embraced and taken ownership in those events, and that's certainly what we have here in Omaha, and we're so thankful for that. So really appreciate all the support that we continue to get. So a couple things about that are coming up with the championship. I think everybody, hopefully you've seen the teams that are going to be here. We've got a number of institutions that are back for returners, some who were here more recently. We've got one that's making their first appearance, but we're excited to have Tennessee here for their 7th time. Kentucky is here for their first time. The Aggies of Texas A&M making their 8th appearance, North Carolina in for their 12th appearance. They were so excited they came yesterday. So we're excited to have them. Florida State making their 24th appearance, and last time they were here were in 2019. And then both Virginia and Florida were both here in 2023. So we're excited to have them back. And then NC State, excited to have them back. And I'm sure we'll get questions about the last time that they were here. But we're just excited that how resilient all of the teams are and the opportunities that they come. There's been so much talk, and I'm sure you guys are paying attention to it, so we're not going to ignore the elephant in the room about what's going on with name, image, and likeness and student athletes as employees and all those types of things. I'll guarantee you, nobody will be talking about that on the field here this weekend, right? The excitement you'll see from these young men in competing will mirror what you'll see in August at the Little League World Series, where they're playing for the enjoyment and the love of the game. And that's what we want to celebrate over the next 2 weeks, so we're excited about that. A couple of announcements about our Fan Fest. We're excited that our Fan Fest will continue to be available and open at 11 o'clock on tomorrow. And then it'll be open on each of the days of competition. There's a number of additional activities that we would encourage folks to take part in. Thanks to our friends at Mecca for helping us secure additional space to add some additional items and activities for our fans to take part in out there. So we're really excited about that. Our partners, Capital One, AT&T, Coca-Cola, Buick, Great Clips, Rawlings, and are all returning with baseball activities, photo ops, giveaways, prizes, tons of activity. So we encourage, even if you don't have tickets, come on down and check that out for sure. And we're never sold out. There are always tickets to have, right? That's we don't say that sold out word. Come on down. There's something for everybody. And one of the last things that I wanted to talk about was that we'll also be inducting our 4th ever College World Series All-Star, recognizing outstanding contributions to this wonderful event. And I'm so thrilled and excited that this year we'll be recognizing one of my mentors and good friend, Dennis Pope. And many of you know Denny, who was so integral in the development and the growth of this championship for a number of years, for both in attendance and exposure and even bracket expansion. We were folks won't remember, not everybody remembers, but this was 48 teams for a long time, and it went to 64, and Denny helped to usher that in. So we're excited to have him and Donna and his family here to recognize them during the series. So please come out and help us thank him for his support. And then the last thing is that if you want to stay up to date and in the know on all of the Men's College World Series games, news and happenings at the stadium, we encourage fans to download our Men's College World Series app. My social media and communications team was all over me to make sure I got a plug in for that. So download the app. Plenty of information and activities to follow through that. So really appreciate that. Thank you again, Omaha, for all the continued support and excitement that we have, and folks come here in droves for a number of reasons. We've got tons of people who make this an annual trip, and others that it's a bucket list item for them, and they can't wait to get here. So thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to another great series. So now I'll ask our Honorable Mayor, Gene Stother, to come up and provide a few remarks. Thank you, Gene.
I know it, I know. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Anthony. I'll take my sunglasses off. I don't need reading glasses like you do, and I believe I'm a little bit older than you, but you know, just a few months. Yeah. But it's so good to be back at Charles Schwab Stadium and we are very, very proud to be the host once again of this the Men's College World Series. And just thank goodness you don't ask me to do the first pitch. I did that once at a Storm Chaser game. Never do that again. That was quite embarrassing. But again, thank you to all of our partners, the NCAA College World Series of Omaha, Inc., Creighton University, and of course, Mecca. The College World Series, again, brings great athletic competition to Omaha and thousands of visitors. It also brings Omaha together to make the next 2 weeks a great success that grows even bigger and better every single year. And we are ready for another record-breaking series. This year, fans, families, and teams can visit the Heartland of America Park and Lewis and Clark Landing for the first time It just opened last year, August 18th, and they will have a real treat walking through our new parks. The riverfront parks have exceeded all of our expectations. More than 2 million people have visited the parks for family movie nights, concerts, live theater, fireworks festival, walking their dogs, and special events. And so it will be a real treat for our fans this year too. And next year, our fans can use the Baby Bob pedestrian bridge to walk from 10th Street to the Bob Carey Bridge and then cross over to Iowa. So those people in Council Bluffs can walk from Council Bluffs all the way to the ballpark. And that should be done later this year, this fall. And it's another way that we are improving connections to all of our downtown events and venues. And it's great to be downtown right now. I would also like to thank the Men's College World Series for supporting our community. One example of this is continued support, it's their continued support of the Readers Become Leaders program, which I love. Each year, the College World Series of Omaha, Inc. and the NCAA partner with our schools to encourage enthusiasm for academics. This year, they partnered with 65 Omaha public schools, 3,700 third graders to help increase their reading proficiency. Students received incentives to read and complete reports on books. They earned prizes for their participation, including the opportunity to attend, of course, a College World Series game. Young readers completed more than 30,000 book reports, and that's really great. Next Monday night, we will recognize Settlebrook Elementary as the winning school. Thank you for supporting programs that teach young people about leadership and the importance of academics. I look forward to welcoming the student athletes tomorrow night at the opening ceremony and the opening games then on Friday. It's going to be a good week. I wish I can guarantee good weather, but I can't. But hopefully we'll have good enough weather during the whole season this year. So now I am very, very pleased to introduce Creighton University Athletic Director Marcus Blossom. Marcus. Thank you.
Anthony talked about expansion. If you get 88 in there, I think we earned that in there this year. So we can talk about that a little bit later. But I do want to start by thanking Anthony and Randy and the rest of the NCAA staff. They do a great job. I happened to work with these two guys when I was at the national office, and it is a lot of work. They work tirelessly throughout the year to make sure we put on a very, very special event. Like the great game of baseball, Creighton University is full of cherished traditions, and one of our most favorite traditions is having the honor and privilege of being the host institution for this special event, the Men's College World Series. I speak for all Blue Jays when I say how proud Creighton is to be partners with CWS of Omaha and the NCAA. On behalf of our vibrant community, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to our president, the Reverend Daniel S. Hendrickson of the Society of Jesus, the entire Creighton community, baseball head coach, head service, and our dedicated athletic department who spends tireless amounts of hours helping CWS Omaha and the NCAA put on this great event. Their efforts behind the scenes for the Men's College World Series are definitely immeasurable. I do want to also acknowledge, I know she's on the board of Mecca, but she's also our new chair of the board at Creighton, Ms. Diane Duran. She helps a lot, help bring this event to Omaha, and she's a big partner of Creighton University as well. And now I have the pleasure of introducing one of the real big partners of Creighton and the one and only president of the Metropolitan Entertainment and Convention Authority, Roger Dixon.
Legendary.
You need this up there?
Holy shit, who put those there? Okay, well, Diane, he introduced you, so welcome and thank you for your support. And on behalf of Mecca, our extensive team of event staff, baseball management, we are proud to welcome everyone back to Charles Schwab Field. We are thrilled to be entering our 13th year as a home of the Men's College World Series. Above all else, we are focused on creating an atmosphere that gives baseball fans from far and wide a seamless experience. And that starts with hardworking staff months before the first pitch is even thrown. We are also dedicated to making the guest experience feel new and exciting every year. With the help of our talented and creative concessionaire at Levy, we are once again featuring a menu that caters and customs to the Men's College World Series. These signature creations will be available to taste following today's news conference, so make sure you stick around for a preview of this year's menu. Aside from the fun food, we want to make sure all our guests are prepared for what our venue has to offer. As a reminder, Charles Schwab Field is a cash-free environment. Only digital or card payments will be accepted throughout the building, including at our concession stands. We have multiple cash-to-card machines on site that function as a reverse ATM, which will disperse a Visa gift card equal to the amount deposited. Also, the stadium is digital enter only, meaning the tickets must be downloaded in advance and then scanned right from the phone. Our box office staff is standing by to help anyone who needs assistance with this process. Like every year, safety is a top priority for Mecca during the Men's College World Series. Our clear bag policy remains in place. Additionally, each visitor who walks through our doors must undergo a screening process, which will again include walk-through metal detectors at each of our gates to both enhance and expedite the entry. We also want to remind the public that our guest service desk is available via text message for any issues or concern that arise during the game. Simply text Omaha space your issue and location to 69050 and we will dispatch the appropriate assistance. However, it is important if you see something that requires immediate attention, never hesitate to alert a nearby Mecca staff member or on-site law enforcement. We are thankful to have a productive partnership with Omaha Police to ensure this event goes without a hitch. We are looking forward to another fun, exciting, and safe Men's College World Series and are confident everyone's visit to Charles Schwab Field will be the best one yet. Thank you.
Well, thank you to Anthony. Thank you to the mayor. Thank you, Marcus, and thank you, Roger, and also thank all of you, the press, and everyone else for being here to help lead off the start of the 74th College World Series here in Omaha, Nebraska. Feel free, after this is over, to ask questions of anybody that you want to, or if you prefer to just go have food, feel free to go do that. As we've said, Omaha is synonymous with the Men's College World Series, so it's about time to let's go play some baseball. What do you think? Okay? Thank you all for coming.